Without safety, families live in fear. Without dependable sustenance, families struggle with food insecurity. Without a supportive community pointing towards Christ's love, families live without hope. Current events have shone a light on both the difficult circumstances our northern Guatemalan villages are facing and their desperation to seek some sort of reprieve. More than ever, we need your partnership to move into this neighborhood. Thank you for joining with us in loving these communities as Christ would. We want to remember with you this year of impact as we have focused on helping Aurora with a latrine project to change the custom of open defecation. Aurora was relationally closed and distrusting, and we started with training events, and then we brought in teams like yours, and trusting relationships began to be built. And this was the first time they'd really experienced the outside world caring for them. On December 8th, we completed our commitment to 31 families in one church with latrines, and we invited everyone to a fiesta. We had games and Christmas tamales and punch. We reviewed the essentials of latrine maintenance and commended the families and town leaders for their persistence in accomplishing this goal. I wish you could have experienced the warmth and the grateful comments. The relational difference between today versus last January is dramatic because trust has been built. We are proud of the growth in our technicians. They were very timid when we started working in this community, and we trained them to present the educational materials by demonstration. By August, they'd really caught on, and now they're doing that session on their own. Your gift of a motorcycle has been critically important to making it possible for this community connection. Next year, we are going to respond to a request by La Florida, the location of our training center. Because we've been building relationships in La Florida for 18 years, we have great confidence that there will be a great deal of trust. We are anticipating even greater receptiveness and relational impact. With Hilda's leadership and counsel, the women's groups in Nueva Esperanza and La Florida have really advanced this year. The economy in their homes, their identity as women, as well as their spiritual voice in the community have been impacted. They have learned to weave indigenous textiles, make hammocks, and they are learning to use a sewing machine. I wish you could have personally heard a spontaneous comment by Julia talking about how her life used to be so mundane that after feeding her kids in the morning, she just wanted to sleep. There was no purpose to her day. She says now that there are not enough hours in the day. She doesn't want to waste time sleeping. She has projects, purpose, and a sense that she is contributing to the well-being of her family. Recently, Wendy moderated a conversation where the Cooperativa from La Florida talked with the women leaders from Aurora, and they shared the kinds of projects that they've been accomplishing in the last 5 years, and they encouraged the ladies of Aurora to believe that they could accomplish something similar. It was amazing to watch. Understand, in a culture with no God-given personal sense of worth, no skills to contribute something meaningful, and too much time on your hands, bitterness and jealousy and gossip are going to fill your time. There are no safe people in which to confide. The group in La Florida has changed all of that for themselves. They've become a safe place. And when they shared this, the women of Aurora owned that they needed this as well. The pastor's training project, the seminary, is having a great impact, Teaching requires planning and creativity because half the class is from indigenous language groups and their understanding of thought organization and storytelling is different. We plan to equip leadership that will provide administrators and class teachers for the future. Again, your help with scholarship money will increase our quality and our stability. Being a pastor in Ishkan is very challenging. Mirna Perez's school benefited from your helping to outfit the resource room, and Mirna personally benefited because after your visit, her credibility grew as someone who can bring resources to bear. After the volcano erupted, we helped the parents with the difficult task of cleaning up, and they were very grateful for the help. In November, Mirna went to Ishkan with us for a women's conference in 2 different churches. Last year, 30 women attended in each church, and this year there were 50 in each church, or 100 women in total. She spoke on the subject of how does God want you to live your life. She was well received, and many talked about the things that they remembered from last year's talk and how often they thought about what she had said. She's been invited to speak to 5 different communities next year. As you think and pray for Guatemala, we're grateful that you entered this neighborhood with us and that you brought them Christ's love, support, and hope for the future. You've been a great encouragement to us. Thank you.